But there was many times when I would sit down to write and I was just pushing it. You know, I knew what I wanted to write. The first thing I did, of course, was to create the entire storyline, and I would typically take 2 to 3 weeks just mapping out the storyline. And then once I had that, then it was merely just kind of putting the meat on the skeleton. But if I wasn't feeling it, if I was just forcing it, what would happen if it's, let's for instance say I wrote on a Saturday, I was coming back on Sunday and just rewriting what I had written. And so I learned if it just wasn't there, to just not push it. What was coming out was garbage, and then I was just rewriting it in the first place. And so that's kind of how that worked. Stick with it. I find that everybody says that they can't write a book, they don't have time, and I disagree. I think everybody's got one book in them, and I mean it. Everybody's got one book in them. I mean it. But so, this is some advice that I read in a book, and I believe in it. If you can write just 1 hour a day, your book gets written. You know, if you skip a day, fine, do a couple extra hours on the weekend. But if you do 1 hour a day, which isn't much, you know, in 6 months, hey, you're in chapter 15. 1 hour a day gets that book written. When people say, oh, I can't write a book, I can't write a book. Yeah, they can.